Holding a masculine frame is how you carry yourself, and it's not just the way you walk back straight and chin up, it's the way you handle situations and tackle problems. Sigma males tend to be very good at that, and even though their presence is not as domineering or prominent as an alpha, they still hold a strong masculine frame and mark their territory. Welcome to Thinker Guru, where we express the psychology of different personality types. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we release new content. In this video, we're going to explore 11 Sigma male strategies they use to stay at the top of the socio-sexual hierarchy. Number 1. Sigmas don't follow rules. They question everything and think for themselves, designing a personal code they live by, which they spend a lot of time and effort developing. They absolutely hate the word tradition and never do things they find pointless just because their parents and grandparents used to do them. For example, a Sigma male wouldn't steal, not because of the law or because he's afraid to go to prison, but because his personal code says that taking from other people with no right to do so is wrong. And if their code doesn't include that, they can skew away from the law. You may find that the majority of male college dropouts are Sigmas because they logically break down the value they're getting from college versus the time, money, and effort they invest in it. And if the equation doesn't balance out, they will leave. They won't do something just because their parents and peers say it's the right thing to do. They have to be convinced for themselves. Number 2. Sigmas put themselves first. Even though Sigma males can fit well into society and can be sensitive and sympathetic, they always put their goals and happiness over everyone and everything else. Altruism is among the least likely virtues you'd find in a Sigma male, and they're not afraid to admit that. You'd find them saying something like, "I'd love to make my parents proud, but I gotta put myself first." Number 3. Sigmas never trust anyone until they earn their trust. Law says the suspect is innocent until proven guilty. Sigmas say everyone is guilty until proven innocent. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all Sigmas have trust issues. I'm saying that they don't trust people just because some other people trust them, or because that's the polite thing to do. They value their trust and respect, and they feel like it has to be earned, which takes us to number 4. Sigmas strive for complete independence. Because of their distrust towards people, they always feel like they need to survive on their own. For example, you'll always find that Sigma males have multiple income streams, or at least they have a plan B and C if their current income stream fails for any reason. A Sigma employee works at a company because he likes to, not because he needs to. The idea of living off the grid is extremely appealing to them. They love to live in a house that runs on solar energy, growing their own food, and making their own resources, because they don't even want to depend on the government for providing these things. A Sigma male is often liked and respected by friends and peers at work, but make no mistake, if he grows tired of it, he will leave. He never makes himself involved in such a way that would make leaving problematic. Number 5. Sigmas never give up. Life just cannot break a Sigma male, and that's a fact. It doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter how hard the going gets, and it doesn't matter how many times they fall. They will always find a way back up and adapt. Sigma males are the best natural survivors out of all the male personality archetypes. It's very common for Sigmas to make a bold career shift or move to a foreign country and thrive in their new place quickly and easily. And while an alpha might quickly think of delegating tasks if it gets too complicated or time-consuming, a Sigma would take it upon himself to adapt and learn the skills he needs to get the job done adequately and by himself. Number 6. Sigma males can be unintentionally offensive or brutally honest. People lie to make themselves look better, to hide a mistake or a failure they've made, or to protect someone's feelings and spare their pain. Sigmas don't really care about any of these things, so they just don't have a reason to lie. They have pragmatic views on life, and they don't sugarcoat stuff to make it sound better. They tell it like it is, and if it hurts someone, well, too bad. It's still the truth. The thing is, they don't mind hearing the truth themselves, so they don't give these filters of politeness and esteem as much as significance as others do. They're humble, so they have no regard to title or status. They talk to the college professors and bosses the same way they talk to the janitor or someone who works for them, with respect and honesty. They have a mindset that goes, the only reason there has to be a guy who tells children Santa doesn't exist is the guy who told them Santa does. They hate television and propaganda, and they often try to educate people to think for themselves, ask questions, and find out the truth. Number 7. Sigmas are happy single. You're more likely to find a Sigma male single than in a relationship. It doesn't come from an antisocial mentality or commitment issues, it's the fact that they're hyper aware of the responsibilities that come with being in a relationship. Think about it, it's cheaper and more efficient to live alone, travel alone, and a partner can be the greatest source of happiness and fulfillment in life, but they can also take way too much time. The way Sigmas think about it is, if they are in a fulfilling relationship, they might feel so happy and satisfied that they don't strive to achieve great things. So oftentimes they'd rather focus their energy and resources on themselves, at least till they think they've made it, and they're ready to settle down. Number 8. Sigma males are quiet. Unless they're with a group of super close friends whom they're comfortable chatting with about all kinds of nonsense, Sigma males prefer being the silent one in the group for a few reasons. 1. They don't feel the need to receive social validation, so when strangers talk, it's usually a show they put on to communicate to other people that they're eloquent, well-informed, or educated about a certain topic, or that they're funny or kind, or whatever good picture they want to paint of themselves. But Sigmas, they don't really care about what people think of them. 2. If you're talking, you're not listening, and Sigmas love listening. And 3. Many people talk because they have to say something. Sigmas talk because they have something to say. Many people can't stand silence. Sigmas don't mind it, and they can even cherish it. They already have so much going on in their minds to keep themselves entertained. They often say things like, "I don't really know, I haven't thought about it," or "I'm not informed enough to have an opinion on this topic." They're not afraid to show that they don't know. They're not afraid of being judged, and they rather stay silent than talk nonsense. Number 9. Sigmas have strongly defined preference. They don't like something or someone just because everyone likes it. They look within themselves to find what they truly enjoy in life, and they're not afraid to say it. So they have different tastes in music, food, art, places, and pretty much everything. You'd often find a Sigma male listening to songs from past decades or centuries, or of talented underground artists not many people know about. And they'd like a genre even if it has a bad reputation or an association with a particularly infamous group of people. Many times, a Sigma would find a famous art piece pointless or overrated. They might think, yeah, Mona Lisa is great and all, but I'm pretty sure there are way more talented people in the world. They're just not as famous as Leonardo da Vinci. Number 10. Sigma males have a tiny inner circle. He's not a people pleaser or a people's person, and he definitely wasn't the popular guy in high school. Sigma males probably have a handful of very close friends they're probably going to have for life, and they often have 2 or 3 very serious relationships throughout their entire lifetime. This is because Sigmas value their own time and resources above everything, and they just don't want to waste them on someone who's not a good fit. They have a meticulous, almost scientific approach to choosing a life partner, and unlike alphas who might seek multiple partners for more social validation, or betas who have many short-term relationships due to indecisiveness, Sigmas are the most loyal and devout personality archetype. If they think they've found the one, they will swim oceans and destroy mountains to keep her. Number 11. Sigma males hate nothing more than orders, or someone practicing authority over them. You know those guys who stand up and start walking to the kitchen to do the dishes, and on their way, you call for them from the other room. "Hey, you still haven't done the dishes yet. Go do them right now." And they go, "Well, now I'm not gonna do it." Yeah, these are Sigma males. Whether you're their partner, friend, or boss, avoid practicing authorities over Sigma males, because there's nothing they hate more.